Hello, hello. Here I have a match for you from yesterday's tournament, the finals match between Dark Age Rush or RTK Fistful and Chroma Sumo, um, between Lizards and Nurgle. And my first thought would be that this isn't good for lizards, but we will see. We have a very shooting heavy lizard build, or shooting kiting. 3 chameleon skinks, not even skirmishers, but the stalked expensive ones. 4 javelin cohorts and 2 sacred Croxigors, I guess for the magic damage. Interesting. Of course, magic damage helps versus demons. But I'm not, yeah, we will see. I'm not sure their extra cost is justified for justice. And Lord Mastermundi on his mount with, yeah, all the stuff, Ruination of Cities, Banishment, and spells only the healing, actually. Yeah. That's for the lizard side, and the other have 2 Nurglings to quickly capture this point. 2 Plague Bearers coming behind, 2 more Plague Bearers on the other side. They are so tanky. This 75 base leadership plus some modifiers, and demons take certain modifiers to leadership, not like under artillery fire, under missile fire, and some of those. Friends routing probably also not, especially if you have a demon army, so this leadership here is basically an unbreakable. And then 2 Chaos Warriors and the Frolickers Bubonic. Which, yeah. And Kugath with what spells? This is not a spell. Fleshy Abundance and Stream of Corruption. Virulent Contagion. Chain Hex. Some bone spell I didn't know he had, but, well, I guess. It's Nurglings in range. Oh, I also didn't know he had that. Wow. It's a law passive. Okay, and the Modus engine. And now I keep it running. Yeah, we will see how those chameleon skinks do, because I would expect that they get screened out by Nurglings, and Nurglings, for reasons of the model count and such, take really little missile damage from such kite units. Usually. What are they doing there? Don't understand that. Why are you hiding them behind? I guess the player knows that there are 3 hidden units, and very likely that it's gonna be chameleon skinks, so maybe due to this hiding from it, but weird. It's not like that this would really stop the skinks from shooting at you if they want to. The Ruination of Cities, bad with a rather bad cast or hit. Only some scratches on the Plague Bearers and Nurglings. This is a good banishment hit though. Ah, well, okay-ish hit. Are they healing? Yeah. Without melee. Oh. I'm not sure that Master Mundi wants that. Or does he? There's a lot of Jeffs here that's shooting at Cougars, which might not be good for them, but here comes the well, not cavalry, but Furies. The Jeffs aren't hitting super well, and Here we have the Plague Ogres. I've seen that now a whole lot, the Plague Ogres and reserves into units for the Nurgle player, and I'm not sure if I don't like it. It's kinda just a worse pick of Marauder Cav. Like, if you had two Marauder Cav here, you would have the same results into those Sacred Croxigors, and you would be way more flexible with it in both capture rate and also a bit target selection, maybe, though the ogres, of course, can also charge into other stuff. This fight is not looking good for the lizards. All their skirmishers are compromised by either furies or just the front line reaching them. With the slows, yeah, I guess they could get away, but they have no grind set up here. Really not. Not a strong run, and Nurgle has a very strong grind set up. The lizards should not take this fight by all means. This side is looking better, though it's still two Plague Bearers, and also those Chameleon Skinks were again a long time in melee. This is... I don't think anything forced them here, this was just a slip in micro. Or a rather weird decision. Okay, going for this point after they captured the... Yeah, this is not a bad decision, but they just won't do it alone since there's a Fury coming. And there's always a Fury coming. I suspect this red damage here was another ruination of cities. Frolic has bubonic heal capped almost. Regenerating 25 HP per second. Next to Kugath. This is hilarious. And they have quite a bit of reflection damage when they take melee, so when they take it in melee. I don't think it's added to their value, but here we have some Marauder Calves also just chasing down the Chameleon Skinks, but the Chameleon Skinks just have... Actually, they did decent into the Fury, which is surprising. No, this is a Fury that broke them probably, and this is a almost dead Fury that came over, so then yeah, they got absolutely crushed by the Fury. And there's another one. I suspect the Ripper Dected here also taking consideration that Furies are out there, they are anti-infantry fighter in the air, but I have heard that this doesn't work super well. Okay, so the Lizard player has finally recognized that they won't win a grind fight with Kugath, which is something that they probably should have realized right from the start, and rotate over here. But by now they've taken massive casualties. All this front here completely got annihilated. The two Croxigors got killed, and they've gained about nothing for this. The Plague Bearers are still alive, the Nurglings are still alive, the Chaos Warriors are still alive. Where's the Plague Ogres? Are they in here? Oh, here, over there. The icon is weirdly similar to the Plague Bearers. But yeah, you wouldn't chase units with a Plague Bearer. Some Ripper Dected nibbling on Furies. So yeah, this grind fight has killed like nothing from the Nurgle side. At most from Lord Master Mundi himself. With the ruination of cities and such. So this is a weird situation. But here two Pestigors, they will do good work cleaning this point, I suspect. I'm not super sure how they're into Skin Cohort, but their stats are
One of your units has been
way
destroyed.
better, so they should deal with it easily. Also the Rippers probably don't like to be in such a melee engagement with them. And Nurgle has their double cap restored. Actually, this lizards had health that's for a reasonable amount of time, and so the value in tickets is still 1-1, 1-1. But I suspect I would have gotten the same thing if they'd taken this one first. Though the situation that happens now is really bad. Like, they hold this point, but they're also now where he now their reinforcements to this point are more or less cut off. They won't get through this blob here, and going around is well, so much slower from here. Then there's a small garrison force on here, which makes it not easy to take. If they just stay there, they should stay there. I don't think this grind fight needs any support as long as Kugath is there. And with this, Nurgle has a well-defended triple cap basically already. Because they, by fighting here on this point, they also exact the zone control on this point. And so it was a right decision from them to not rotate from here over to this point, but take this, because they get a 2-for-1 deal basically on this choice. They have to fight close to the enemy objective, but they have such an unholy blob in here with Kugath in it, completely unscathed till now and on ridiculous value, by the way. That they can just take it. If they've taken a lot of damage here, then probably it would be wise to rotate to the spec point, but since they were so dominating, they can press the advantage and take the other side. And yeah, I wonder if the lizards will manage to get this one back. But I honestly doubt it. They just have nothing to throw Kugath off this point. Heaven's Skinkcaster doing some work here with Thunderbolt. Though it wasn't just Master Mundi with Apotheosis with just healing, but also some damage-based spell in addition. With just one cheap spell, you're usually mostly limited by the cooldown of the spell and take way too long to invest your Winds of Magic into actual benefit on the field, and it's usually better to have your wins invested as quickly as possible, so that you can get an early advantage and snowball from that. So yeah, I like the second caster there. I often do this myself, with mostly the same lore to spam the same spell though, but yeah, you can also do both. What is actually killing me? Oh, there's the Plague Ogres. Yeah. Again, though, I think just the Skirmish Cav would have done this similarly, if not better, and while being Vanguard faster and more flexible. You have to protect it from Ripper deck deals, but you also have to protect the ogres from skirmishers, so it's not a free deal there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna accelerate because I see no way.
I knew it.
I won't. The lizard player agrees with me. this is over. It wasn't really a close game, I would say, by any mean of the word, and I'm scared to look at Kuga's value, so we are first gonna look at the lizards. Master Mundi, I think he hasn't even paid for himself. He is super expensive on this beast. The Cruxies actually did a nice or a decent value in name, but they also fought into a healing Mortis engine blob, so the impact in the end was limited. The Chameleon skins were a mistake by just looking at the value. Though I'm not sure if it was value or macro, they were way too much in melee needlessly even before the Furies came around. The Jeffs also, I don't know which units they targeted in the thing. Maybe Kugath, but if yes, they did like nothing. If no, shooting into the Plague Bearers is not effective. Or into shit at Chaos Warriors. Was it live twice? I don't think I've seen them twice. This one Ripper was actually really good, though I also don't know if it was multiple times alive. Probably not. Maybe this one was the one that killed the Skirmish Calf. It was a bit left on its own devices and unprotected. Heaven's Caster was decent. I wonder if just the Wind Blast would have been better. And nothing did well in melee. Like, not at all. So then oh, the Plague Ogres did alright. Yeah. They killed Master Mundi, they killed the Cruxigors. Yeah. I stand with my saying that 2 Skirmish Calf would have just been better. But you can't really complain that this was a bad choice. So it's just between good, and I might actually be wrong, but yeah. Pestigors are strong, their value isn't super high, but they had still some HP left. Yeah. Furies, their values are only okay, but they usually get heated into completely ridiculous situations, and them doing still okay there is devastating for the enemy. Naga. Yeah, the Plague Bearers don't grind a lot, but they hold points and prevent others from taking your important points, and probably this one gets shot. Fighting against things that weren't important. And now the Playmaker Kugath. 3.85. Okay, that's... I actually suspected worse. Yeah. I have no idea how lizards are supposed to take this. Maybe with ancient salamander kiting, since they are fairly immune to Furies, and Nurgle has no other shooting to keep them oppressed. So they would need real cavalry, which they didn't bring, but I also don't know how much ancient sallies actually do into the Chaos Warrior. Probably good, but into Plaguebearer and Nurglings, I suspect it's not gonna be good, and into the missile resistance from Pestigors, I also don't think it will be any good. So yeah, I go back to I don't have any clue how lizards are supposed to kill Kugath or take this fight at all, win this fight. Yeah, probably gonna do another replay cast later. We will see. See you then.